We're
Hey,
live.
everybody, we're live.
Hey, here we are.
We're live.
It's alive.
Hand me that remote, that little bitty remote on top. Yellow thing on top of the yellow thing.
This?
Yep, left. Yep.
Oh, that thing.
3,
Okay.
2, 1. And now.
Oh, look, there we are.
Oh, look, we're so
There's light.
bright.
It's so bright and beautiful.
All right, that was fun. So, as you can tell, because everybody who's normally viewing is here.
Hi, Bunny.
We're changing our seating this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you read the description, which I'm sure both of you did, Kim's going to do a little teaching this evening. And I'm going to sit in the back. I'm going to sit in the back and mock. Because it's taking us back to high school. That's exactly how it went.
I'm not going to teach. I'm writing down ideas.
No, she's writing. She wants to track a little better. She's just, we're going to. So she's got the whiteboard, which she says she doesn't want to teach. But what do all teachers have?
A whiteboard.
Whiteboards. So
yes.
Whiteboard it up. What are we doing? No, wait.
Wait, what?
We jumped right in with both feet.
Yeah.
How was your week?
It was good. How was yours?
Huh?
I'm tired.
You're tired. See, it's good. We started, she got here. I'm like, so how was your week? She's, oh my God, I'm exhausted. I've done so much this week. So then we get on film and it's like, how was your week? She's like, oh, great. It's wonderful.
No, I'm tired.
Like Club Med.
I can tell that I'm a retired teacher because seriously, man, I'm subbing for a paraprofessional who takes lots and lots of steps every day, and I'm not used to that anymore. And by the end of the day,
you have a Ramsey.
I do.
He
have
steps
a Ramsey.
you all over because one of his steps is like 5. You're like,
he steps on me.
He does.
Claws me. He steps on me.
Well, at least the kids aren't doing that.
This is true. So anyway, but it's been a good week. It's been fun being back in the classroom and helping out and doing that kind of thing.
Do you is it like you miss it? Like when you do it, when you sub, do you miss it full time?
Yeah. I'm
like in the moment. I'm sure you don't go home going, wish I could still be full time. But
no, definitely not, because you know what? I don't have to do the paperwork. I don't have to do the meetings. I don't have to do the lesson plans. I just get to go in and there's a plan there for me.
Nice.
And it tells me what to do, and I do it, and I'm like, bye, kids, get on the bus. See you later.
Enjoy.
It was a great day.
Home. Mommy and Daddy waiting.
Right, exactly. And then I get to go home and not have to grade papers and write lesson plans and do all the things. So, nice. I really enjoy subbing. So, nice. Yeah.
And what's this wonderful shirt you're wearing?
This shirt is
Should I do a wardrobe change right before
I did.
3 minutes to curtain? And she's like, okay. Wardrobe, hair, makeup.
Right now, as we speak, the American Heart Association is doing their heart walk. And I have to get the name.
We got the beat. I like it.
We got the beat.
We got the beat.
So let me look. I have to look.
Yeah, we got it.
Text message to tell you who.
Hello, wife.
Cindy Reynolds at Stanfield Air designed the shirt.
Cindy Reynolds.
Did she do a great job?
She did.
It's really cool. But they're out. Stanfield is out doing the walk to raise money for the American Heart Association. And I ran by there on my way here since they're across the street from where I live. And and said, hey, Nathan, shirt.
I can promo you better if I have a shirt.
That's right. And so that's what I did. Stanfield is they're really a great member of the community. They really are.
They're big.
They support Athens and the area in lots of ways. And this is just one of them. So yeah, you may have even seen my picture of me with Nathan going to tour the new hockey arena for the
Athens Rock Lobsters, undefeated hockey team right over there.
I'm backwards. I don't know.
My boys in red and blue. Claudius, it looks like his name is going to be.
Claudius, that makes sense.
Not official, not official naming yet.
I like it, Claudius.
We like Claudius.
Yeah,
very good. And then so your new vice president role of BNI, and Nathan is the president of the BNI,
and Ashley is our secretary treasurer.
Ashley Darvelich from Banco ZK.
Yep.
So you guys got a pretty good triple threat team going there.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, good. I'm glad you had a busy week.
Also one more thing. Life Vantage.
Wait, there's more.
Last Friday night, Life Vantage almost broke the internet.
We
did.
Dun, dun, dun. Did you guys have a Taylor Swift concert?
No, we had a GLP-1 activator go on the market at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and I was number 8,300 and something in line, online to order the product.
Wow.
And at one
now,
point,
wait a minute. Why do you have to order the product if you work for the company?
Because everybody orders the product.
Oh.
Yeah. You don't keep stock.
Oh, okay.
I keep stock to share with people as samples.
I got you.
Mainly collagen, mainly our activated collagen, but our GLP-1 activator came out and having seriously great results from that, from the in vitro studies and in vitro trials. And so at one point there were 20,000 people waiting in line in the online queue.
Wow.
It was crazy.
That's a lot of people.
So,
it's like, it takes me back to when I started my OnlyFans. I was just kidding. That was a 20,000.
Click me up here and I'll put my.
Oh, put in my link.
I'll put in my link in case you want some info.
All right, so let's see. Mom, I said hi, Mom, and then Shannon said me too because she's part of the Me Too movement. And now someone else is here. So third person.
Yay!
The baby gator welcomes you. Welcome. All right. So let's see.
Anyway, there's my link.
All right. So buy some activation products and get activated.
You gotta take it to make it.
You gotta take it. Yep.
Your body can make it for you, but you gotta take the product. So
you literally have to take it to make it.
Yeah. If you need, I'll put my email on here too in case you want to email me for information.
Yay! Go products.
No, not that one. And John, what about you? How was your week?
My week. I don't know. My week flew by kind of, sort of. It's already Thursday. We did the Duluth Home Expo last weekend, Luca and I. And
I saw your lives. Those were fun.
Yeah, they were fun, actually. I don't do lives very often. And I might start because it looked kind of fun after doing it.
And you're going to be at the festival this weekend, right?
I'm going to be at Oconee Fall Festival Saturday from, I think it's 8 till 4, maybe.
Don't be coming to my house going, knock, knock, knock. Hey, Kim, we're doing a live. Hey.
Are you like that close? Are you Rocket Field? Are you like right there?
We're pretty close.
I have no idea where you live still. I have yet to stalk Richard. Well, I mean, you or Richard.
Keep sending you shirtless pictures.
I know, right? No, they've stopped, so I stopped.
Oh, sad. He has to go to bed. He got to go back
That's
to
right.
work.
He's back to work. I'm going to have to break his other arm. Duluth Home Festival was good. Me and Luca had some good times, met some cool people.
Yeah.
I had a few vendors come up, and your kid, he's a natural salesman. It's like, I didn't teach him though. He's just him.
Right.
He's just doing him. Let's see. Quiet week otherwise. Oh, my wife had a pitch this morning for I guess a scholarship or something. Her college things confuse me because I'm not the collegiate she is. But she's always writing these like speeches and delivering them, and she's very passionate about it. But I never know, like, is this one really going to break her if she does it?
Shannon.
But she nailed it, I think, this morning. Oh, and then I went to this really cool thing with Luca because my wife was supposed to go, but they scheduled this speech, so she had to do it instead. So I took Luca. Books.
Books a million.
Books a million. There's a place called Books. It's in my car, which is not here, or I would go get it. Breakfast and Books. I will get back to you on this. They have a mobile book van that you can get to go to different events. Georgia Occupational Award of Leadership is what Shannon was going for, and seeing how her geniusness is here. Give me the name of where we went this morning, please, because I would like to plug them. It was very good. But anyway, they had breakfast, like bagels and stuff, and then you can browse through books. And
where was it?
420 Athena Drive in Athens.
Oh, okay.
Books for Keeps. Thank you. Books for Keeps.
Nice.
Every year they give a dozen new books to every elementary school child.
I've heard of that. That's really cool.
They obviously recycle books and whatever. So when you attend this breakfast, they let you pick out up to 100 books.
Wow.
So this morning I was like, let's book it up. Got the kids some good books. Got me some good books.
We were just talking about books and doing a podcast on books.
It's like I planned this schnikey.
What?
But we decided our little Luca is going to be homeschooling now. So we got some good textbooks.
You decided, huh?
Yeah.
Made a permanent decision?
Yeah. Okay. I think we did it. Yeah.
Okay.
Did it. So hopefully he'll live up to his part of the arrangement. But I think, you know what? I think he'll be better. I think he'll thrive better. I think
probably. And you know what?
A few different reasons.
The one thing about homeschooling is if he's not living up to his end of it, you can put a boot in his butt.
That's true.
Boot in his ass.
I'll be like, whoosh, and he'll go, ah, ah. I never realized his eyes pop out to do, ah.
Oh
He
my
kicked me in my butt.
gosh.
Ah. Okay. So today's episodal topic is books.
No.
Ironically, it's not books.
It's not books.
I thought we were booking it.
No, because I don't have my list ready.
What
Because
the
you said
shnikes?
here's
you
what
said.
You said.
What's your favorite thing? But I did it. I didn't give it to you, but I did it.
Here is what you said.
Christmas.
Oh my goodness, I'm not ready for that. How about we talk about generational differences between our parents and us and our kids? That's what I'm prepared for. Don't be throwing curveballs at me.
I can do that because I got generational differences.
Right?
Well, the episode name is Bookum Dano, which you laughed at.
Right, but I was
you like blonde laughed at that shit. You're like, that's hilarious. I don't get it because it's obviously about books.
I do get it. I know.
Oh my God.
So Bookum Dano was my generation.
So generational gap. We'll have to call the book episode Reading at the Gap or something. It's terrible.
No, it could be Books a Million.
I'm gonna edit the name.
Bam,
of the episode
Books
later.
a Million.
Books a Million. All right.
So,
no, it actually should be.
And when we're gonna do this like you do when we do the book episode. We're gonna do like you did your albums, and we're gonna bring the stack of books.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Hey, check their site.
There are more dates open to the public, but check times on calendar.
But check times on the calendar, and they do. They have a mobile book bus, book bus. And they go and you have a festival or something going on. They'll come out, raise the lid, and spread literacy. Like, oh, I dropped literacy. You want some, kid? You know how the dealers do. Hey, like, oh, look, a crack baggie. What do you do with a book? It's the same. Snoop
pick up your literacy. Don't literacy.
Pick it up.
That's right. There's something in there. That should be their new.
That was pretty clever.
And that needs to be their
She is. You're funny or tired. I'm just kidding.
That's probably true because I'm like.
She's like literally exhausted. Like she got here and she's like, I'm just tired. I'm like, so how was your week? She's like, I'm just tired. So I think she's tired. Yes. All right. So generational differences. And okay, so I was.
Okay, so so the generations that we're talking about Gen X, right?
Okay.
We're in the middle.
See, I still here's where I fail the world. I don't know what I am. I think I'm a Gen X, right?
You are.
Am I not Gen X?
You're Gen X.
But I don't know what you call. What are the annoying ones?
Millennials.
They're like 30.
Yeah, millennials.
Is it millennials?
Yeah.
All right, you guys suck, but then the new are pretty like shitty too.
Okay, and then
what is it?
Gen
the
Z.
ones that are like
they're Gen Z.
Oh, we're gonna fix everything.
Whatever. And then we have.
I'm gonna fix it with this hammer and glass.
My parents are
baby boomers.
Yes, boomers.
The boomers.
Boomers. Okay.
I assumed the boomers. Hang on.
Yeah.
So
boomers. All right. So.
All right, I'm back. I have the fact checker here.
You have the fact checker.
It's also called Google.
Oh, way to go! Just teach everybody to use Google to learn everything.
That's what
you said to me last week.
I know, but that's because you were doing it. All right. So, what generation are baby boomers?
They're the product of the greatest generation.
Like in numbers, in mass, or like they think they were awesome?
No, they were.
Wow.
No, the greatest generation. Boomers.
46 to 64.
Okay, so
that's an 18-year.
46 to 64.
All right.
Okay, and then Gen X is 65. Then.
All right, and then good. The great. Oh wow, this goes back. Okay, no shit.
Yeah.
64. Okay, so my parents are like what year were your parents born?
My parents are boomers.
Really?
Yeah.
Look, your parents are young as shit. My parents are old. Damn, you're old. All right. So
Bunny, spank him.
The greatest
Bunny says she's the silent gen.
God, I could only hope. The greatest generation was 01 to 27.
Yes.
The silent generation, I'm using big flipping quotes. See these? Silent generation is my dad and my my dad and my mom are both silent generation. 28 to 45.
Okay. But we're not putting that up there.
And then the baby boomers are 46 to 60. Well, yeah, but we're talking about our parents and on. So
okay.
Just because my parents are older than your parents. 46
and
to 64.
You're younger than me.
And then Generation X, which is 65 to 80.
Mm-hmm.
And then the millennials, which are 81 to 96.
Oh, so.
See, Gen Zers, I think those are the ones that are shitty. Wait,
Okay,
hang on.
yeah.
Sorry, not all of you, but
Okay,
like
so
90%.
okay, so this is not even our kids.
What
So
are
let's skip
31,
that one.
30-year-olds?
I
Because like
I need a
Clinics. You need a Clinics?
Here's
I had an eraser.
Clinics.
Oh, there's a Clinics. I have an eraser somewhere. It's awesome. Like,
Okay, so
oh, you screwed the Pooch. Hi, Pooch. How are you?
I didn't. What markers did you get?
Oh, those are Sharpies.
These are water-based acrylic markers.
Yeah.
These are no. You need dry erase markers.
Details.
Oh, no.
Proof. But see that blue marker in that jar over there? Use it.
Yes, that's a dry erase.
Obviously. What's wrong with you? Teacher my ass. All right. So.
Well, I assumed. See, that's what I get.
What did Michael Clark Duncan say? When you assume, you make an asshole out of yourself. He did. Slamming Salmon, great movie. It's great. He did. Okay. Don't assume you make an asshole out of yourself.
So what generation
are? So then you got Boomers, X, and then you got Millennials.
Yeah, but
which are 81 to 96.
Okay, but we're not talking about them. 81
Why?
to 90s because they're not our kids.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Then Z's are our kids, 96 to 12.
Okay. Gen Z, 96 to 12. Okay.
Which is weird because that's the only one that overlaps. 96 and 96.
Yeah.
So you get to choose?
Well, there actually is like there's a blurred line there. Okay. There really is in their behavior.
Oh wait, then they have Gen Alpha. Oh, this is the funniest shit I've read all day. Gen Alpha is 13 to 25. Yeah, those are young. They don't even
Gen Alpha. We get to start over.
How are they going to be Alpha though?
They're not the Alpha dogs. Like, that's for sure.
You know what? You know what you are. You know what you're. Beta.
Beta.
Anybody know who I'm talking about? Beta. Nail polish remover or rubbing. Oh, I'm not worried about it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Who's Chris? Hey, what are you two fine people writing on the whiteboard?
We're writing
right now.
Generational differences. We're talking about generational differences, Chris. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome. Chris,
we're talking about
where do you hail? Yeah. Do you know me? Do you know John? Who is this? Who are you? We're glad to see you.
Are you just communal type person looking for something to do on Thursday nights? Tell all your friends.
Yeah, right.
7 to 8.
Do you care if I write with these? If I can get it
off? No, I don't care.
Because it's brighter. That's.
I know, right? That's why I'm assuming you picked them anyway. They're creative markers. They're good. They're fine. We'll get it off.
Okay.
Chris is in Winder. Go Winder.
So he must know you. Gen Z.
See, so it used to be West Side. It's Winder now.
96 to 12, you said?
Sure. 96 to 12.
Okay.
Oh, see, but then I have Gen Alpha kids, so we need to put that up there. Gen Alpha is 13 to 25. Gen Alpha.
I don't know how to do the Greek letter alpha, so
we'll just do that with a circle.
They're what?
13 to 25th.
13 to 25. Wow.
Which is kind of crazy.
That's like this year. They got no input.
Not so yeah, it's like
that's next year.
Yeah.
They got no input.
Hopefully like when
they're not even here yet.
So 15. So it went 19 years, 15 years. And then what's that? 16. That's weird. That's a weird. They don't even keep them the same length. So anyway, so generational differences between Boomers, Gen X, Millennials, Gen Z, and Alpha, which I call Beta. So,
okay.
What have we got?
So what I was thinking of is like, how did people communicate?
Okay.
How? Okay, so let's go with communication first. All right.
So Boomers,
letter writers. They're still writing love letters and letters to each other because you think about that.
Okay.
Because we're still Vietnam. So and we had what year World War II ended.
The mail service was pretty much.
Yeah. So they used a lot of snail mail.
Okay.
And they were doing a lot of like writing notes in class, right? Passing notes.
Okay.
All right. Telephone. There was still there at that time.
What were relationships like then? Like, were they the mating generation? Were they like obviously baby boomers? They were the ones, making babies. But were they getting married early? Were they, I'm trying to think, like 46 to 64.
My mom.
That's like my dad.
My mom and dad graduated in 66.
Both my parents were married during that, I think.
my parents graduated high school in 66 and were married in 67. So they were 19 turning 20.
Okay.
And so, married early. And long distance dating.
Millennial, you were dating. You're not Gen Z. You're just talking or
Gen Z. We're talking. Okay, but wait. Let's
talk
about communication.
So that's what I'm saying. So communication.
So Gen X, we did a lot of telephone talking with the landlines, right?
Okay. I didn't do a whole lot during the Gen X times because I was like 4 by the end of it. Just saying.
But you're still Gen X.
Live up the 80s, do you think? But I'm just saying.
But I mean, this is just when we were born.
Oh, no, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
okay,
But I remember more millennial shit.
Yeah. So you were 7. When were you born? 76.
So I was like 4 at the end of Gen X.
So you were born in the bicentennial.
Yeah. See, 200 years and America needed me.
America's like,
what do we get for our 200th birthday? We need something awesome. We need something amazing. And God was like, Ragusa, we're gonna get you one of those. Oh wait. Oh, it's great.
We need a puppy.
We need a puppy. Thanks, Mom. It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Hey, Chris, what gen are you?
Chris, how old are you, Chris? We don't need specific birthday if you want to stay
just
anonymous.
So,
Chris pieced, man. Chris was like,
no, he didn't. He's still here.
No.
No, he's peaced out. Peace out. We must be boring. Okay, so whatever. Deuces, dude. So landlines, we were also passing notes in class.
Okay, yeah.
I actually had notebooks with each of my friends that we would pass the notebook. And then when we finished, we'd fold the corner and then borrow your notebook right there. So, when you wrote a note, one person was fold up like this, increase it, and the next person was fold down. So it made a little kind of a diamond pattern through the notebook. And that's where you knew how to, get there quickly.
A lot of wasted paper.
No.
Because you couldn't write on one part because it's...
No, you can still write on the back. But see, and you had the little shape there. So you knew, this is the new note. Let me flip here. So you didn't have to page through everything because you didn't want your teachers to catch you, right? So, yeah. We did that. It's very papery. Both of these, very papery.
A lot of trees died for the boomers and the Gen X to communicate.
I mean, well, not just that, but but like, we didn't have digital anything.
No. Millennial, we didn't really have digital anything either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because millennial was like, we had pagers. I don't even know for the majority of that. That might have been like 90s.
We had some.
We had something.
Some. We had Atari.
Do y'all know what? What sound that is? Do you guys even know what that sound is?
And you've got mail.
Oh, you were important though because your computer turned on after like for like 18 minutes, and then it would be you've got mail, and then what year was it, man? It was probably like 97, 98. They started to where you could customize it, so it'd be like you got mail. Or you could change the voice up. I had this one that went, you got motherfucking mail, biatch. It was crazy. It did, though. I didn't do it. It did it. It was crazy.
Okay, so my kids, my kids are Gen Z.
Okay.
They did a lot. They still did a lot of in person. Of course, they lived in the country, so they did a lot of, as they say themselves, a lot of hood rat shit. They would hang out at the playground at the school and do hood rat shit. That was the only place for them to go.
Go to controlled area and do hood rat shit.
Yeah. So but they would talk. You were right. They would talk. They would do face-to-face talk.
They would
then they were the first ones to really have when they were teenagers, the texting where you had to do 3, and they would text under their desk, and they knew how many times to punch.
But because you got. See, when I started dating my wife, she communicated so much that I got really good at that whole call you later. Some be all like
Texting began. Yeah. Okay. Anybody? Shannon, Bunny. Anybody?
I'm
comments.
Pegging at it, Chris and Wander. All right, so texting began. But see, by the time you get, I guess that's millennial, it started to get Gen Z. But see, Gen Z, I'm trying to think mine are 02, 04, 05.
So
see, but they don't text though. See, the three that were born in there. I mean, those years might be when texting was popular.
Well, it's when texting began.
Right. But see, the kids by the time they were 15, 16, they didn't want to text. They wanted to.
Mine did, but mine were on the lower end of the scale. Tyler was 97 and Dwight was 2000. So they were on that.
Okay, they were on that side. See, ours were more. And Sonny's 12. Or Luca. Sorry. Luca's 12. So he's right there, the last Gen Z.
Yeah.
So then we got 2 alphas.
So what do you see?
Raina Maddox, go alpha.
What do you see your kids doing? How do they communicate?
They don't communicate.
Do they snap?
Yeah.
Okay, so they Snapchat.
No. Snapchat. I thought you meant. See, Snap. When I was young, Snap meant lose your temper.
Because you're this generation.
Well, that's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm talking about. The differentials, like lit. If a boomer says lit, that was your uncle had too much to drink at the party and he was lit.
Right.
But like Gen Z says lit.
Same for Gen X.
That's cool.
Lit.
Gen X it kind of flowed in.
That started
and then I think millennial. I think we planned on 2000. I think we planned on the world ending.
Yes, we did.
And so everybody just like rewrote the world after that or something.
Tonight we're gonna party
it
like
started,
it's 19.
Yeah, but like 2001 was all right. 02, I guess. See, things for me didn't start losing grip on reality till like the late aughts, as they call them, or like the 10, 12s. Oh, I hate those. I hate those. But it is. That's when it
and 20th
like
century.
08, 9, 12.
The 20th
like
century.
I'd say 08 to 12 was when it kind of got stupid.
Yeah.
It's for me is when America, the world, just kind of did this really weird, like Dark City. Did you ever see Dark City? It just changed. Everybody went to bed, and then when they woke up, everything was different, but nobody remembered it being different before that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So but that's what it feels like.
So another thing that I
like looking at this
thing that I thought about was entertainment.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now see, that's something.
For these things.
Gen X.
Hold on.
And probably boomers had less or just the same. How many movies came out? Like, summer blockbusters. There were 2, maybe 3.
Well,
maybe, probably 2.
Thinking about these people, these were go to the movies for a dime.
What do you say? Yeah. Oh, we get to talk about. Okay, so my mom, chime up, mom. Put the earpieces in so you can hear.
So
she used to be able to write down that story. She used to be able to go to the movies, get popcorn and a drink, and stop and get a soda on the way back and have a nickel left over or something. Which I always do that. I can still get a hot dog for a nickel. But she'll tell you. Yeah. It's coming. But okay, 10 cent movies.
My great grandmother owned a general store in Arkansas. And my mom, one of her favorite stories to tell is that she would go into grandma's store and she and each of her cousins would get one of those teeny tiny candy bags, and they could fill as much penny candy as they could in the bag. It's about that big, and 1 candy bar and a Coke a day, and that's what my great grandmother would give them. Let them have, and so that was so. I mean, and candy bars, the big candy bars were a nickel.
See,
and then you have penny candy and gum,
right? And gum was a nickel by the time I came up.
Pop was a nickel.
Yeah, see, I don't even like 50 cents, 75 cents for a soda by the time I came up. Yeah. And like 5-cent candies. I don't think they really had penny
50
candies.
50 cents for a can when I was in high school.
I don't think they had penny candies by the time I like.
They did. They had Bazooka and Jolly Ranchers and really? Yeah. They were still
well, okay, when I was buying them, so I guess that's early millennial, late gen.
Yeah.
It was like
ish. Yeah.
It was 5 cents. Penny can get you shit.
So those were beach movies. There were lots of beach movies and lots of war movies. And
with that country Western singer guy. What was he? Was he
country?
Isn't he country?
Elvis is not.
He wears rhinestones.
Elvis?
He wore some kind of bling gay shit.
He did, but he wore
gay in a good way. Like that gay, not that gay. Not offensive to letter gay. Like, I'm a real man. I wear diamonds. Gay.
That's Liberace.
No, he was gay.
I know.
See what I mean? Now, see, I know Liberace was gay.
So Elvis was Elvis. Elvis was rock and roll. He did country. He did country albums. He did
Okay, so I'm like
albums. And he was really rock and roll.
Top of my head, I'm like AC/DC. You've got
he was
Poison.
Early, he was
and here comes 50s. Elvis. It's not rock and roll.
Well, that's because Elvis was in the 50s. Elvis was the start of rock and roll. He was at the beginning of rock and roll.
Pop and roll.
No,
it's not rock and roll.
When I say Buddy
Jimi
Holly,
Hendrix,
Buddy Holly.
Not rock and roll. See, I don't have. I have that as.
Okay, see now.
No, Buddy Holly's amazing. I love
everybody.
I love Buddy Holly. I love Buddy Holly, but he's
you know what?
He's like doo-woppy. He's like.
That's because that's what rock and roll was. Then it was the very beginning of rock and roll before it was anything else.
No, it was doo-wop before rock and roll was invented.
Oh my God!
Do you remember Michael J. Fox going and Back to the Future? That was after Buddy Holly.
You're gonna love it,
right? Because it was rock and roll. Anyway, all right. So, 10-cent movies. What else do you remember, Boomer?
I can remember, my parents telling me. I mean, drive-in movies.
We got 25 cents. Walked with our friends to Waverly Theater. Got popcorn and a drink with candy and the movie. Watched the news, the comics, and the film. Walked home and went into the basement at Papa's house and reenacted the film. Rock and roll, Bill Haley and the Comets invented, apparently.
Yes.
How much did you have left over out of that quarter, though, Grandma?
Rock and roll. Elvis, Bunny, Elvis, rock and roll, right? Right. Okay. So, yeah. And so.
Elvis socks. Oh, no, that sucks. My mom wrote it.
She did not. Look at him lying about you.
Cool as shit if she did. All right.
You're allowed to kick puppies sometimes.
Somebody go take Ramsey. It's not a safe home. Save Ramsey. Probably a nickel left over. And I can get a hot dog. I can get a Frankfurter for a nickel.
So, and this was the age for music and vinyl.
Okay. Vinyl
came out.
Okay. Yeah.
So we went through.
See, Gen X got 8 tracks.
Hold on. We went through vinyl. Yeah. We went through 8
tracks. You went through 45s.
Cassettes.
No, because then 45, because vinyls used to be big. The 33s, but then both. Gen X generation, everything was on 45.
And a third and 45s. And then 8-track, we did cassettes.
And then you didn't have CDs in the 80s yet. So stop at cassettes.
But this is still our generation.
Right.
It happened during our generation.
Oh, well, everything's happened during our generation.
No, but
80s didn't have CDs yet. So that was a millennial
I had
invention.
CDs when I was in college.
Right, but that was
so
84.
Our generation invented CDs.
Oh, okay.
See, this generation invented vinyl 8-track.
Well, they didn't invent vinyl. Vinyl's been around. That's what I'm saying. You can't have it in 2. Well, I'm saying if you're saying they invented it,
okay.
What did they reinvent it?
But
notice Gen X where
we
she
had
falls.
We had it.
Right.
See, this influences all of this.
Okay.
Okay. So in this time, MP3 players.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's more Gen Z, but yeah.
But I combined these two.
Okay. And the millennial.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, we had mini disc for a while.
Yeah, we had Walkmans.
Boom boxes.
Yeah.
You had the boom box, the one you had to carry on your shoulder and really balance to get it. Actually, I had one of those in the Gen Z generation.
Speaking of that, hello, breakdancing.
But see, now you're just gonna 80s was the best.
No.
Which is actually millennials, not Gen Xers. Like Walkmans and breakdancing, that's 80s more than I know.
Babies weren't doing this. We were doing this.
Yeah.
This is just this is just when we were born.
Yeah.
And this is our growing up, and as we grow, the things that we did.
And see, she's closer to this number, and I'm closer to this number, which is why we're remembering it quasi differently. Because she was doing shit in Gen X, and I wasn't. I was 10. Literally doing shit.
I was 10. I wasn't doing hood.
No, but you were doing music and shit. You knew what music was. You knew what I was. 4 years old. What did I know?
I remember
Row. That favorite classic of mine.
I remember in when I was in 5th grade, that was 80-81.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's like Rena, man. Rena's smart as a whip. She pays attention to everything.
I remember being at the Jump Rope for Heart. Speaking of the American Heart Association. The American Heart Association. Speaking of that, we did Jump Rope for Heart when I was in school. We would all go in the gym. jump rope all day long.
Until your heart gave out? Nice.
And we listened to a 45 of Centerfold. We had no idea what it meant. We just knew that it was a cool song. Jay Giles Band, Centerfold. The entire day. It was only 45 we had.
That's awesome.
So we listened to it
over
and over. Had 45s and 33 and a third. Elvis was rock and roll. Thank you, Bunny.
And my mother is senile. You're welcome, Bunny. So
she's not senile.
Shit. She said, Charles now.
So when did rock and roll start to take a decline to
probably the Gen Z when is rock declined, because
so it became more
it really pumped up there in the 70s to like late 90s.
Yeah.
And then hip hop rock started coming in. And I will admit,
so that was here.
I helped push the end of rock and roll to a degree, because like Limp Bizkit, I was a big fan.
Okay.
And they were rock, but they were also hip hop. And that's when everybody started doing, all the rock bands started going hip hoppy, and then they just transitioned more hip hoppy than rock. And rock and roll stations don't exist anymore. Rock bands don't exist anymore. Prove me wrong. But I mean, you have your heavy metal bands, you have your punk and your death metal. You don't have rock and roll bands anymore.
No.
You fucking don't.
And music has changed.
And music has changed. And like
they've intentionally changed the beat of music to,
like, you don't have to play instruments anymore to make music.
No.
Like, you don't have to play an instrument. Okay, listen. You don't have to play an instrument to make music.
Click on the keyboard.
What's the matter with you? Yeah, but it's and like lyrically, you don't have to be. I mean, shit.
No.
So I don't even know any of the. I don't know any of the modern songs.
I don't either. I don't like modern country.
And I mean, there's some good voices. Now, wait, there's some good voices out there.
There are.
I'm certain.
But the music is.
But the music, guys, step it up.
It's crap.
It'd be clever. At least be clever. You're not even clever. You're not.
No. You're
lyrically, just, double meanings, anything. You're just like looking out the window. My window. I see it clear through my window. Or like, he broke up with me and now I'm sad. I'm sad. Saddy, sad. Are you sad?
I am so sad.
I'm so sad. It's cringe. And it doesn't have to rhyme.
And then,
it doesn't have to flow.
Oh my Lord.
It's just say it.
Like, can I just say Taylor Swift?
I honestly, Taylor Swift is a pretty girl. Like the first 2-3 albums, probably little cutesy bling bling.
When she was little,
she's like, no, well, that's what I'm saying. She's like, it's scary. It's like,
she is scary now.
It's like Pee Wee Herman for females. Like, okay, right? Like, would you leave your kid like Pee Wee Herman, Paul Rubens? I love him and everything. But if there was actually a real life Pee Wee Herman who you knew, a guy who dressed in a suit every day and was like, oh, I want my bicycle, ha! Are you really gonna let him hang out and watch your kid for any length of time? Are you going to make him a role model? Like, hey, you should be more like Pee Wee when you grow up. You should wear a suit and ride a bicycle everywhere it goes. Instead of getting a real job.
I know you're, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I? Okay, so do you really, like, women as a whole, and this goes to you, do you want your daughters looking at Taylor Swift?
No.
And bling in a microphone? Oh, my God, I can't keep a relationship for more than, like, 3 weeks.
I do not.
But I wrote a song about it.
Yeah, I mean,
and like everything she does, she looks like she's farting in the mic. Every picture is like, I'm gonna put it behind my bottom and fart.
And not only that, but she disses every guy she breaks up with, like it's their fault.
Like it's their fault. Okay.
Takes two
to tango.
Yeah, and tango.
Anyway, yeah, like Kelsey, I think he's still hanging on, but he seems like a okay guy. I'm not gonna say he's a smart guy because he's drinking. But no, I think that's like what I had in mind with like the generational thing was like, that wasn't a role model of like, that's their role models now. Who was your role model? Like Marilyn Monroe was a role model for women back in the day. And then it turned into like skinny twig bitches. If that makes
Twiggy screwed everything up in the 70s.
I don't know. Who's Twiggy?
Twiggy was the first model that had the pencil thin body and very small breasts and no like curve, no hourglass, anything. Right, Bunny? Is that right?
Oh, like the Thai boy body?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, and she went out on the runway and everybody in the whole world thought that they needed to be skinny.
Yes, she said. I think she said yes.
Everybody after that thought that they needed to be skinny and
then sickly though. It's like kind of sickly.
Yes, anorexic.
Like, yes.
And that's when models started becoming anorexic. There
and
was no more Marilyn
and
Monroe.
There was, right, because she was like thick.
She was a size 14.
Then,
14, 16.
if she was alive now, people would be like, "Oh, damn, she's thick." I think that's the exact word they use. Now she
would be a plus size model.
Yeah, she'd be like Lizzo.
Yeah.
You should know Twiggy, big eyes. Mom, I know Twiggy. Like, no, that's Twiggy. Never mind. I was thinking Laverne and Shirley. I'm like, that's Twiggy. Twiggy.
Lenny and
Squiggy. That's when he talk like this, remember?
But
yeah, okay.
But yeah, so that's where that decline started and where we started fat shaming people, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, because it did. It became like the skinnier, the whatever. But then, see, that was like probably end of 70s, early 80s. And then right there
Twiggy came out in 1970.
Okay, but then you got Coke. And Coke kind of dictated, like, not the soda, the cane. It kind of dictated, like, oh, well, you're doing a lot of Coke. You're really thin. So you must be cool and popular. And if you're popular, you're doing Coke. And if you're thin, you're popular.
Also,
so I imagine that was...
Also, Twiggy came out. Everybody wanted to be like him. Models started being anorexic, stopped eating. And
wait a minute.
They were eating toilet paper to be full and have no calories.
I heard there's more protein on the used.
Ew.
Nasty. You nasty.
You are nasty. That's gross.
I don't know Twiggy.
You don't know Twiggy?
No, man. Dame Leslie Lawson, DBE, widely known by the name Twiggy.
Yeah.
She's an American model, actress, and singer.
Mm-hmm.
She's cute.
Mm-hmm. But look how thin she is.
Oh, wow. She was like kicking it with David Bowie when he had hair. Like, she's like cute, though. She's not like she's cute.
Yeah, she's cute. But she was skin and bones.
Yeah, but you can't see. They don't have like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you'll find them.
Wow. Holy shnikes, man. That's like.
Let me see.
That's like I have pencils bigger than that.
You can see through her. And that's when it became
in the magazine. That's okay. They're like, see now that's fentanyl abuse now.
Yeah.
That's not sexy.
And that's what they began putting in magazines. And they couldn't alter the pictures like they do now digitally. Pictures were pictures. Okay. And so every woman had to fit that model. And if you weren't that skinny, you didn't have that cinched waist, you weren't pretty.
Okay.
And it became a whole epidemic.
It kind of still is, though, for real.
It is.
Like,
and it started with her.
Plus size people are like, okay, accepted and all this stuff now. Twiggy thin is kind of like, oh, you should be healthy and you should. I think people are starting to put a little meat on their bones again.
Maybe.
Like, I have too much meat. I'm not promoting. Everybody should have as much meat as me.
And if you have
less meat than me,
if you have more meat than you would like and you would like to get skinny, ask me. I've got the GLP-1 activator. Now it's no injection.
Did you say GLP-1?
I did.
So what is that? Real quick.
GLP-1.
Yeah.
It's a hormone that is made in your gut that helps you with, in GLP-2, there's several hormones that are made in your gut, receptors, and
so it's gut health stuff.
Huh?
Gut health stuff.
Yeah, it is, but it's your gut brain connection. Okay. The hormones that your gut releases tell your brain, hey, you're full, stop eating. So it controls satiety. It also controls blood sugar regulation and lots of different things. But if you're not making enough, if your body isn't making enough GLP-1, that's when you get the cravings and you overeat. So all of those things.
Hormonally balanced, so you don't get the munchies.
Exactly. And it really is. The people that did the study have said that it is unbelievable how different they feel.
Okay.
How different the brain fog is gone because you're balancing out your sugar, and so sugar isn't attacking your brain, and it's just they've had phenomenal results.
Like, my brain
increase
must not be much because I've had a shit ton of sugar in my life. My brain's shot out on sugar, man. So okay, so let's get back to the board.
Yeah. So how do people interact with each other in this era? They went to parties.
But they went. I mean, like the beach was always full. You always talked to people. You met at the library. You hung out at the movie, like the drive-in movies, and it was a social event. It wasn't just like the drive-in.
Women quilted. They had quilting bees.
They had women's group. They had men's groups. They had men's meetings,
men's breakfasts. They
had. I remember those.
They had neighborhood dinners. They had neighborhood parties.
They had neighborhood. Summer. Okay, see, I can attest to that because I went around one time. How old was my mom? Because you know the story I'm telling. My grandmother used to throw these parties all the time, and she might have went a little eccentric towards the end, because she started like everything in the house was decorated like Japanese artworks and shit.
She's turning Japanese.
I think she was. Though. I think she was turning into like a thrifty old. She went Jewishish. I was too. So she had this big round table. I remember this thing. My grandmother had a nice house, and they apparently cold duck. It's like a
I remember cold duck.
So there were glasses of it all around by everybody's table. So 2-year-old Ragusa goes thirsty. So I climbed up on this table at 2 years old.
I had forgotten all about cold duck.
And like crawled, crawled, cleared the whole table.
You weren't walking it too?
Okay, so maybe I was standing up going, yeah, and smashing them like Thor. I don't remember this shit. Probably because I did 20 shots of cold duck and passed out at 2 years old. But
puked in the crab dip.
Yeah, and then I proceeded to puke in the crab dip. Yep. $45 hot cracker club. It was after I puked in it, wasn't it? $45 hot cracker. But yeah, I was 2 years old. So yeah.
I actually did the same thing when I was 2.
Okay.
My parents were at a party and that's when houses were full.
I didn't know.
Yeah, houses were full of smoke. Everybody smoked.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody smoked. I remember indoors.
That. Everybody smoked.
Yeah.
And we lived longer too. It's crazy. Anyway.
And so yeah, my dad was an Allstate agent. It was an Allstate agent's party at another agent's house.
Okay.
And so one of my very good friends, she and I are still friends. We were little together. Our dads were good friends, and so we were good friends. And she and I were going around and drinking the bottoms of the margaritas.
At 2? See? Because you were like, oh, juice. And somebody left the juice.
And that's why we're able to cope on our own, because at 2 years old, nobody was watching us.
I got a picture of like my uncle giving me a sip of beer when I was like 3 months.
My dad.
5 months.
My dad, I picked up his cigarette when I was 4 or 5, and he was like, go ahead, take a puff, because he thought it would make me not smoke. And he was right, because I was like, and they let us do that.
That's how you learn.
Yeah.
Natural selection used to be a thing, kids.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, warning labels weren't on everything.
Yeah, y'all aren't the first ones.
Everything wasn't roped off. Like the Grand Canyon, if you went, hey, what's down there?
They didn't call it. They did not call it at that time. Fuck around and find out like they do now. But if we had it first.
We played it. We let it play out. Oh, watch this guy. He's going to fuck around. Oh, shit, he found out. Yeah, exactly. And that's it. And then that guy wasn't around anymore. And you became wiser because you what? Now, even if you weren't smarter than him, at that moment, you became smarter. Oh, he fell.
Oh, look, shit, he got too close. I got to back up.
So, but then eventually they had so many people going, hey, what happened to him?
Hey, John.
Did you see that guy? Oh, my God. That they had to put a rail up, first of all. And then people would stand on the rail and look over. So then they had to paint it yellow. Hey. Then they had to put a sign up.
And then they had to put railing up.
And then,
And now they're putting glass up.
And then you have to put a big glass cage over a bridge because you might fall off the bridge.
Do you remember going all day at school and not having this in your hand all the time?
Oh, no. I'll give you one better. Do you remember going to church? And if you had that in the hand, what happened? You didn't take a drink in the sanctuary.
No, that's God's house.
You didn't, right? You respected where you was walking.
Yeah, and here's
now you get like a chai latte with oat milk, and you just walk in there. Sorry, Pastor.
They have coffee bars at church.
And they have marble countertop coffee bars at churches. Not like all mega churches either. There's some tiny, humble-looking churches. That are like, damn, that money could have went to something better. I bet.
I ate breakfast at home. I drank my Hawaiian punch with my Rice Krispies before I went to school. And I got to school and I went until lunch without drinking again. I am perfectly fine. I don't need little sips of water on a very fancy water bottle on my desk.
In like
And I drank out of the garden hose.
I would, and now you're addicted to life supplements that you have to be normal. So you might have fucked yourself up a little bit. But thank you for saving your life, Vantage. I'm trying to help promote your product. You're making it sound like you did everything right and you're perfectly healthy. If you were perfectly healthy, you wouldn't be on Life Vantage. So
that's
I'm trying to say right.
But see,
she fucked up. Don't drink hose water, kids, like she did. Don't go from breakfast to lunch without drinking like she did. And maybe one day you won't have. Do all the shit she did. So you're addicted to Life Vantage shit.
You know what?
Yes.
Your body naturally declines in its production of things. It is the way of the world. If you want to be healthier,
not all things. I have 7 children. My body overproduces certain items.
Keep it in your
No
pants.
fun.
You're right.
It is not.
So anyway, but yeah, so entertainment.
Okay.
For this generation, they did things together in person, face to face. They found common hobbies and they did things in their community for their community.
Which is why they boomed.
Right.
And had babies.
Right. Okay, so
Gen X went, ew, babies.
Going into this, my parents did these things when I was little.
Your parents breakdanced?
No.
That is awesome.
No.
I heard you too. You just said they did. You said my parents did these things. That's one of these things. I want to see you breakdance video of your parents.
They carried these things into our childhood.
Oh.
Okay. And so
thank you for carrying breakdancing into my childhood, Mom.
When we got older,
okay,
we were still doing quasi things that their parents were doing, like the community parties and things like that. We still had 4th of July parties and we had celebrations and we had birthday parties at our houses. We didn't have to go to McDonald's and all that crap. I remember when McDonald's first started doing birthday parties.
Phased out by the time I came up. Because we did do
remember, this is when you were born.
Parties. No, but I'm saying my mom,
older.
Even here, my mom wasn't doing cocktail parties. Shit, my mom was working.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cocktail parties faded off.
So people were still socializing with church groups. Okay.
Right.
I remember these really cool things that we did my parents did it at my church, called progressive dinners. You would go to a certain person's house for appetizers.
We had State Farm dinners.
You would drive to the next house and you would have the main course. And then you would drive to the next house and you would have a salad course, a main course. No, everybody drove at the same time.
Really?
Yeah. Not in the same car or anything. Everybody just convoy. It was a convoy to the next house.
Wow. That's back when gas was $1, huh?
Less.
Yeah,
I remember driving gas.
Not so much now. It'd be like, oh, hey, Brenda, bring the pudding to the church. We're not coming to your house for dinner or dessert only.
Oh, no.
Bring it to church.
Now it would be, get your favorite dessert and let's get online and have a Zoom party.
And I could be like, oh, this is so nummy. Nom, 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 nom.
Don't you wish you had a bite?
But you
can't have this because I'm not sharing because we're on TV.
Oh, I found something weird that you knew about this week also, speaking of communication. Marco Polo. You send yourself a video or you send you can make a group of people or just one person.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
No. I'm not going to answer.
Well, then you're
actually my phone's charging, so I'm not going to answer. It's over there on the charger.
So, but you know what? I am eternally grateful for this app because I was able.
True that.
She
did tell me that.
I
found it.
Able to screen record Emily from one of her Marco Polos, and I won't ever forget her voice now. And that
until
I'm grateful for that.
Russia drops an EMP on us.
Shush, we were talking about that today. Hey, Ragusa, Marco.
And then later, 10, 11 o'clock, when I remember to go, oh, shit, my Marco Polo app. I wonder if anybody's called. I'll go.
Oh. It's not a call. It's a Marco Polo.
It's a... my God. Okay, people used to communicate. Here, English was English.
Right.
Now here, in this is what she carried through from here to here to here to here to here.
So
she is from here, but now she's here arguing.
Look, you can go back. So yeah, so you can go back and watch it, and here's where I answered him. So yeah, and they're there. Good job! I'm so proud of you for doing your
See, do you see the sarcasm? I'm so proud of you for hitting record, you big tard. That's
it was genuine.
It was genuine. So anyway.
God, why do you make me out to be such a bad guy?
Because you're a teacher. I hate teachers. All right, so.
Then get off my whiteboard.
Okay, see? That's why I hate teachers, because all about their whiteboards. Why does it got to be white? That's what I want to know.
Okay, so now, how do kids communicate? Marco Polo, Snapchat.
Something they can erase quickly so the parents can't prove they're talking.
Exactly. And they have no human interaction anymore.
They have
they can't speak to each other, and they couldn't look at each other in the eyes. My students, when I finished teaching, my middle schoolers could not look at each other in the face, but they would text each other on their watches.
So I've said this before. Justice and Julian talking, hadn't seen each other in a while. Me and Taj, my buddy, are sitting there talking like this, like, hey, you guys haven't seen each other. What are you doing? And they're both sitting on the curb, like closer than we are. Oh, we are. Like, hey, how's it going, bro? Oh, I'm doing well, bro. How are you, bro? Because, everything's bro. And it's like, oh, I got a girlfriend.
And look at his posture.
And they're probably...
Look at his posture.
Okay, this is bad. This is why everybody has neck problems.
Yeah, and back problems.
You have to take posture classes now.
Yeah, thanks, Audrey Blanchard.
Audrey Blanchard has those.
Yes.
And then you have to go... You got to go see a crachyologist, like Ken Cook, that'll jump on you and
not me, not
or
Kim,
like
Ken Cook.
Ken, not Kim. And then you have Dr. Audrey Van Pelt, who you isn't in your circle yet, but she's in our circle, so we'll fold her in and you'll meet.
Right. Oh, that'd be awesome.
She's helping Sonny with. She's the upper cervical adjustment.
Yeah.
But she's got this little gun, and she like clack, clack, and then she's got like this little nutcracker thing, and she's like clack, 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 clack. It's crazy. She's like a mongoose muskrat lady type movements.
Clickety clack.
She's just like, okay, we're just gonna click, 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 click. It's like she walks up like.
Here,
we're gonna go right here. Okay, it's like we're gonna go right here, right in this spot. Clack, 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 clack. And it's like there's no way. Like, remember Dustin Hoffman in Kung Fu Panda? What was he?
Yeah.
Shifu, the Master Shifu.
Oh yeah,
the one where he's like, and the guy's like, oh, because he hit like 5 spots in a half second. That's what she does. But it's crazy because like she's. With this little gun, and then she gets this hand. No, I don't know what it is. It's like she holds it like this, and it's got like 2 little side things. And when she goes like that, it literally clicks, like shoots a little thing.
So it's an acupressure thing.
So it's, I guess, but acupressure. You say acupressure.
No, I said acupressure.
Yeah, you say acupressure. I think puncture.
No,
so yeah, maybe acupressure. But it's just with the gun, she's very thump, thump, and then you're good. That's it. And then she's got this table that like drops a little bit. So when she adjusts you like punk, and she's like clunk, 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 and I'm like, she's beating the shit out of him in there. And then Sonny comes out all like, oh, that feels.
He's all gooey.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
So yeah.
So
Anyway.
Oh, I had a thought.
Yes.
I had a thought.
We'll have to put her in a circle.
It dissipated. Oh, so you remember the movie WALL-E?
WALL-E? Like the robot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How close are we to that now?
I never watched it.
You didn't? Okay, so
that was those years where you could take your kid and put them in front of the TV and let them watch the new movie, but they didn't make you watch it with them.
Right.
Like I had to watch Moana so many flipping times because it wasn't that age.
So the premise.
I wish WALL-E was that age.
The premise of WALL-E is he's a robot.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of like.
So he's a
Short
droid.
Circuit, but cartoon.
No.
Okay, cool.
So he's a droid-ish thing.
Okay.
And his job is to pick up litter, clean up.
Okay.
And
they got those now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So how close are we? So anyway, he's on this ship because we can't live on Earth anymore because we have destroyed the planet with building too much and cutting down the trees and destroying the water and all the things.
The Lorax.
And now
also look it up.
Yeah. And people are on these floating chairs and they live on this spaceship and the chairs are on tracks that they go on and all they do is eat and look at a screen. That's all they do.
As humans?
And they have they're very, very overweight. They have no muscle tone. They have all these things and all these things because they don't walk. from the time they're born, they don't walk.
You sit and share the screen in front of you and zoom everywhere.
Yes.
Do they work, or is that their work?
I guess it's their work because they don't get out of the chairs. And Wally kind of saves them, but I mean, and everything's white. Everything is white. It's sterile. It's, and Wally finds a plant and he saves it. And they don't know what it is. They don't know what this little seedling is because they haven't seen one, because the earth has been destroyed for generations.
See, they had a movie called Astro Boy. Did you ever see that? It's Nicolas Cage plays the dad, but he makes a robot son, basically. And it's like machine, obviously. But he gets kicked out or falls down, and they live on this big cloud floating planet type thing. But he gets kicked off and he just falls to Earth, and Earth is just like a ravenous wasteland and then we throw trash off this beautiful floating island that good people live on, and we throw the trash down to the regular humans. Like, people suck. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up like that.
Yeah.
Look at AI. I was just thinking about this. AI is big now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's starting to take off, starting to do it. There was a movie with, I think it was Bruce in it?
Willis?
Jude Law was in it. It may not have been. It's the kid from Sixth Sense.
Oh,
Haley Joel Osment and Jude Law. Okay, this was about like a kid they made who was like all AI, and he learned he had emotion. Okay, this movie came out in 2001.
We told you.
Okay, that's an old movie now.
Hey,
we told you
those conspiracy theories.
We told you what would
happen.
We told you what would happen. Remember the one with Will Smith, iRobot?
Yeah.
Where the robots just went nuts, went off the rails, and started trying to kill everybody.
How about Terminator?
Terminator, which was like 2026.
Oh, look, our hour is already up.
That's because we're having an interesting conversation about this. Was a good topic to choose too. This could go on too because it's But yeah, see, it's something changed here.
Yeah, right here, something changed,
and it's
technology.
But technology hurt. Technology was supposed to help. It hurt because everybody knows everything, and it helped and it hurt. But I think it hurt more than it helped. Like, technology should still be behind closed doors to some degree.
Yeah.
Like, use it for medical advancement. Use it for movie technology. I shouldn't have tools to make Joe Biden sound coherent. I shouldn't have those tools. No. I shouldn't have a tool that I can take Trump's face and make it sound like he delivered a brilliant British speech. I shouldn't be able to do that as a normal citizen.
At my computer, right here?
I can take her face and put it on Courtney Cox's body and swear she was in Friends now.
Yeah.
And you really can't prove it wrong unless you know how to undo that.
Right.
We shouldn't have the things we do. I'm glad we do to an extent because I can still play with them. Like, I can put her head on Saddam Hussein's body and then throw knives at her.
That would be rude.
But I didn't say I have. I have. You guys have seen the game. I just haven't shared it with her yet. Is Saddam's body going around with your head? It's like a knife throwing game. I'll share the link.
I'm going to put your head on Twiggy's body.
There you go. That's one hot, big-headed bastard there.
Okay, so one more thing about the GLP.
Yeah.
You have a box of Hostess Spooky Twinkies and Scary Cakes over there.
I do.
And I glanced at it just now.
Yeah.
And my brain went berserk. I'm like, I need one. I need one. I need one. I need one. That is because I haven't started taking. It has not arrived yet because I was 8,000 for one. So I haven't started taking the supplement yet.
So you can still eat because you haven't got your dope yet.
Right.
So all right, we're gonna end the episode and go have a snacky cake.
That's food noise right there. When your brain goes, I want to eat. I want to eat. What am I eating? What am I eating? What am I eating?
Now, see, imagine that all the time. Welcome to my world.
And that is why you need mind.
That's why you need. Actually,
body.
I have been taking something. It's working pretty good. We'll talk about that later.
Can I be your friend anymore?
We'll talk about that later. Well, my mom was getting some product. It's from the weed lady. But
seriously, Jackie.
I didn't say your name, Jackie. I used your name that Barbara calls you.
She's not the weed lady.
That's what Barbara calls her.
She is the CBD lady.
She's not the CBD lady. She's the supplement lady, and you're the activation lady.
No, I am the supplement chair. She is retail other.
I thought she was activation. I thought you were activation.
There's no activation chair in BNI, but mine is activation.
I'm not.
But I have the supplement chair. She's retail other, and I love her to pieces. And I go to the CBD store, but there's other stuff too.
Right. And I can take, but here's what I figured. I have enough weight. I can support both y'all's companies.
But do you have enough
and
money?
then you can come together. Oh, soon. Because that conversation is coming.
I don't have a garden hose, so I have to have my water bottle.
Well, at least
I gotta go home.
Go home.
You
5
go home.
after.
I gotta go home.
Bye, everybody.
I'm tired. I gotta teach tomorrow.
Even though she's tired, we love you still. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope you enjoyed this webisode.
And if you're watching it later, thank you, and we love you too.
Yes.
And please drop us a line somehow and let us know.
And we'll be back with a book. See, I want to say next Thursday, my mom's having a stress test for her heart because the heart issue thingy.
Yeah. So
possibly be here next week, possibly not. Depends on what kind of day we have.
Okay. Well, we can maybe do it a different day.
Okay. So
depending on our
bye till next week or possibly the week after. But we love you. Thanks for tuning in and drop your comments, like, share, and be nice to somebody.
Every day. Be nice to somebody every day. Yeah.
Every day. Homework. Bye.
Bye.
Your mouse clicks quick.